Coffee time.
We're both drinking coffee for this episode, so it should be a high-energy, high-impact, highly engaging podcast for the listeners.
Welcome to Caffeine Time with Joshua and Tina.
It's generational. We're about to go crazy up in here.
Dude, we did the rock, paper, scissors to see who would go downstairs to get the coffees for the podcast. You lost.
Okay.
And I'm a seasoned player of rock, paper, scissors, and I can tell you right now, I read all the signs of a true rookie when I saw you throwing rock every time.
Did I plant the seeds? All right, so I might have lost, but what did I do? I planted the seed in your head. You think I'm going to do rock every single time that we do
maybe that
rock,
method
paper, scissors.
Maybe that method would work if you didn't do rock every time. You gave me the impression you were going to do rock every time, and then you did do rock every time. So maybe you need to rethink that strategy.
Nothing beats rock. Okay, first of all.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So
nothing beats rock.
Dynamite doesn't beat rock?
Well, here's the thing. 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 7 years from now, 14 years from now, you and me are going to do rock, paper, scissors, and you're going to be so used to the Josho doing rock. And the one time when it counts, I'm going to bust out scissors, and you are going to lose.
But do you realize... See, you're thinking one-dimensional with rock, paper, scissors. You have to think it's like a chess game. You have to think three things ahead. So you have to think, if you think I'm going to go scissor, then you got to go, okay, I'm going to go rock, but then he'll go, oh, but if he knows he's going to have scissors, then he knows I'm going to go rock, then he's going to go paper, so I have to go scissors. You have to think three ahead.
Well, that's why I always say that I'm always going to do rock as well. So we did a best out of three.
But you didn't say that out loud.
I did. I'm like, nothing beats rock. Nothing beats rock. Nothing beats rock the whole time.
Okay.
So the first time I did rock, you did paper, you beat me.
Yeah.
Okay? It was the best out of three. So the second time, I went rock again. You went scissors though.
Yeah,
because you preempted me doing scissors, paper, so I won. I won the second one, so it became down to the decider. And I said to you, nothing beats rock.
And we both went rock, and we tied that time.
We did tie that time, but you're thinking
because I thought if you say nothing beats rock, I was actually calling your bluff, thinking he's saying that, so he's actually going to do paper, so I'm going to do scissor.
Exactly.
Right, but welcome to the podcast.
That's strategy for rock, paper, scissors.
It is
that's a live discussion on strategic rock, paper, scissoring.
Scissoring.
Rock, paper, scissoring.
Scissoring is a good...
That sounds like a porno I want to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Rock, paper, scissoring.
That's right, yeah. So how are you doing today, man?
I feel pretty good. Like I said, I've got my coffee.
Yep.
So I'm on the up and up. I have been sick for a while, though.
Have you?
I have been a little bit sick this week.
Sick with the NFL? Is that with the...
I've been sitting at home, faking sickies, watching the NFL.
I got a text from you when you were sick saying, watching the Redskins play the Dallas Cowboys. Come on over, and I'm like, nah, I can't. I'm actually working.
It's not in your territory. If it was in your territory, then you'd be in.
Exactly.
If I lived in the CBD, then you would be sweet to go. No, I have been sick. So last time I sounded like a Bulgarian lady. I think this time around it's more Central Europe, maybe Germany.
Yep.
Perhaps even Swiss.
Behind the steel curtain type.
Exactly right. Yeah. Just a little bit of the accent there. So if it doesn't sound like me, that is exactly why. It sounds like an old German heiress.
Which we all get turned on by. We know that when it's the Joshua talkie.
You know what? I was going to bring it up with you as well. I moved out of home this year.
Yes.
So early in the year, a few months ago. And I've never been violently sick as I have been on Sunday and Monday.
So you didn't have anybody to take care of
you. I didn't have anybody to take care of me, T-Mac.
No one to feed little Joshua his chicken soup, his chipino.
Here's the thing. I'm not used to that. It's not even about being taken care of or it's just having people around, just that person that'll just make you a cup of tea.
So BFC3 was not the compassionate.
He was at work. He was doing his thing, just all day. I was just in bed, and
he didn't put out a frilly apron and come over.
He didn't take the day off.
Bake cookies for you.
He didn't make me food.
He didn't make a hot compress.
No matter how much I asked, he wouldn't do it. So,
well, I'm sorry to hear that.
So it was an interesting weekend.
Welcome to adulthood.
That's all I have to say. Maturing as a person.
Yes.
I'm maturing as a person. But it was just funny because everything was a challenge. Everything was a challenge.
Okay.
I wanted to get up. I wanted to have food. I wanted to watch TV. None of that happened.
Oh, wow.
T-Mac.
So you just sat there and withered away.
I just sat there. And things that were 3 meters away from me. I would just, I would normally just get Mum to get it for me.
Sure.
Wasn't happening.
Did you call Mom?
I might have.
Oh, you made a special delivery lasagna.
I didn't. Can we scrap? Let's edit that out of the episode. I didn't know that. I'm just joking around. But yeah, I did call him up.
You did? Yeah. I know.
Well, did I call him?
Or maybe you called Sis.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Nothing beats rock.
Send some of your friends over.
I need to feel better. You know that the act of sexual intercourse actually heals
you, yeah, for sure.
It's like a healing agent.
Yeah. So, or you can just sneeze perpetually and that'll give you the same effect as an orgasm. What does that do?
What do you mean?
It's a mini orgasm. It releases...
it's a mini orgasm.
Yeah, it releases
so sneezing is a mini orgasm.
Yeah, it releases the...
it does feel good.
Doesn't it?
It does feel good.
Especially with a finger in your ass. But let's move on with that.
Let's move on with that one.
It's hard to do that. It's hard to close your eyes and sneeze at the same time and have that finger there. So
I would like to have rock, paper, scissoring in the title of this episode.
Would you?
Because
it won't fit. I have a limited number of characters to put into the title.
You are strict with your titles.
I'll just say...
very strict with your titles.
Well, it's a tough...
At least put it in the little blurb that you do.
Of course, dude. Leave it to me.
Rock, paper, scissoring. So you've got a lunch at 12:30, is that right?
I do. So shall we proceed?
Let's proceed. Let's move on. Let's get on with this one because we do not have much time.
To the music, maestro. Meant to be the outro song.
That's meant to be the outro song. How did I do that? Should we just stop it? You know what? Let's just do this.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. We'll be back in 2 minutes, professional and 30 seconds, and 5 minutes.
Welcome to F56, Rock, Paper, Scissoring.
Welcome back, people. Thanks for hanging in there as the microphone just came on my third word.
We are a professional outfit and everything's going smoothly today at T-Mac.
Consider yourselves lucky you've heard a teaser of the outro song before the podcast even ended.
That is unheard of.
That is really... That's a podcasting first in Australia, I believe, and maybe worldwide.
I tell you what isn't a first, though. Playing the outro song in the intro segment.
Yep.
We've done it before, but we've never stopped and then played the intro instead.
That's
correct. So you're welcome, listeners.
We're here for you.
We are an evolving outfit. Rock, paper, scissoring.
I've been hearing a lot of funny things out on the street lately, dude, in conversations.
Okay, what have you been hearing?
There's just sometimes you just hear things out of context.
I love out of context things.
I feel like it's been happening a lot to me recently. And I wanted to share some of these on podcasts with you because they're what do you make of them? It's like, you hear them and you think, did they say that intentionally just to get a rise out of me?
And your brain thinks about it.
I was in the elevator the other day.
Okay.
Going
up,
in a
down.
Building. I think I was going up.
Was it a nice building?
There was a woman talking to a man.
There was a woman talking to a man.
I enter the elevator.
Was she an attractive woman?
Not really, no.
Was it an attractive man?
I noticed, he was a bit older.
Okay.
But I was going up 2 floors from the ground. They were only going up 1 floor.
Okay.
So I got in, and I hear the woman say to the guy, the golf balls got... As soon as I walked in, she's going, the golf balls got bigger?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And then she goes, the golf balls are hard.
Yeah.
And then they exited.
Okay.
Because it was the next floor.
So what do you think that they were talking about? What's your?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, because I love this. I love that you only hear a percentage of the combo.
Assuming that they were at one of these new golf sex clubs.
Okay, sure.
Right.
Go on.
You basically you go out on the links. Yep. Excuse you.
Yeah.
You go out on the links. Usually around hole 9.
Sure.
Or something like that.
Around
and again, this is code.
Around sometimes
hole 9,
8, and then they just
hole
leave.
9. It's essentially a golf brothel.
So it's a golf brothel. Is it 9 rooms? Is it
hole 9? Does that give you any hole 9? Does that give you an indication?
Is there birdies? Is there pars? Is it a thrusting system? I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, birdie, par. Yeah.
It could be a scoring system. So it's all about how long it takes you to get there.
Sure.
How close you can get that person to get there.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you get a birdie, a par, you get a score at the end of it. You do 9 holes.
Yep, quote unquote, because they can't see you doing your fingers right now.
That's right. We're on a podcast, not on a TV show. 9 holes, quote unquote.
Quote unquote. That's those bent fingers there, right? You're holding
and up. That's around a 9.
So that's what I assumed with that one. There was also a woman, a woman I heard saying something to another woman on the street as I was just passing by. Like they were walking towards me, I was walking past them, and she goes, "And Mom's got a yeast infection." So,
well, that one's pretty straightforward.
Like, that's not even.
That's not even like a. You can take that out of context. There's no way that you can take that in context. That it's not weird.
I wouldn't want to take it anywhere.
So she's having a conversation, and she clearly, you can clearly hear her.
So they've got a good relationship, I would assume. You know, I mean, if she's talking about her mom's vagina and some, vaginal issues, maybe she's suggesting a cream she can utilize, something like that.
This is a whole different situation at all, because that's not taking, like I said, it's not taking it out of context.
True.
That's someone talking about their mum's vagina.
That's right. Yeah.
And about the fact that they've got a yeast infection, which I don't quite understand. But it doesn't matter
what it is.
Yeah, I don't. It's just a dirty vagina. Yeah,
I don't think it's dirty necessarily. I think they're trying to make bread in there or something. I'm not sure how.
There's
it works.
Barley. They got barley.
They stomp too hard. The bread is falling.
Fermenting beer.
Something like
beer
that.
Ferment?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It does. Yeah,
you get the barley in there and then get the.
I was in a takeaway the other night.
Here we go.
And I heard a woman say to another woman again, "It won't always stay in. That's why he can't have it."
So I'm thinking, stay in.
I'm like, what the hell?
That's why he can't have it.
This is all happening within a week's time.
Holy shit.
It won't always stay in. That's why he can't have it.
So sometimes it does stay in.
Yeah.
But he still can't have it because sometimes it won't stay in.
It won't always stay in. That's why he can't have it. So he can't have it.
He can't have it.
Because it won't always stay in.
Because it won't always stay in.
Look, if you can't keep it in there, if you're going to be falling out all the time, or if you're going to be, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's gotten to the point, T-Mac, where you have to talk to these people and you have to get the full story, because they're causing too much questioning for you. I mean, you're thinking about this all day, all night. You have mentioned this to me before.
I have, yeah.
So you're thinking about this quite a lot, and I just think that to clear it all up, you just got to talk to these people.
Yeah.
And to say, listen, what won't stay in? What can't he have?
Yeah.
What do you mean by golf balls? Tell me about your mum's vagina.
Yeah, exactly right.
Just be clear with these people, because they're the ones that are putting it out there in the open, so they're making it public knowledge.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
I'm here for you, T-Mac. I mean, I do want to explore this golf ball thing a little bit more.
I do too, and I'll try to get to that. I also heard a man ask a man, "Can I lick it?" So, I mean, these are things that I never know what to make of these things. So I will take your advice in the future, and I'll just go ahead and find out what they are.
That's the way to do it, my man. I'm here for you. Rock, paper, scissoring. T-Mac, it's been another week of Justin Bieber in the news.
Oh, here we go.
Did you hear about it? Did you hear this story?
The Biebs. What story?
The Biebs.
What story?
I know people come to this podcast because they want to hear about it.
Yeah, well, Gen Wires do. Gen Wires, yes.
Gen Wires come to the podcast. This week, maybe there's going to be some Justin Bieber news.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be.
With Gen Y, it's either Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, or One Direction, something like that. So
I've stopped talking about everything that Justin Bieber does, because there's a lot of Justin Bieber shit that gets into the media.
But can you imagine when you were a teenager, if everything you did made it to the fucking world?
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
so he's just being a goddamn teenager.
Well, that's what I mean. This kid is just an immature dude. He's grown up. He was like 13 or something when he started being famous.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what it's like to be a normal person, T-Mac.
I know, exactly.
He has no idea. So the byproduct of media and money and fame and fortune and all that sort of shit is what Justin Bieber is right now. He has no idea how to act like a normal person. And even if he stopped being famous right now, he would still be screwed up.
I have to disagree with you there. He does have an idea. He is being a normal person. He's being a normal teenager. That's what I'm saying. So if my teenage years had been put out to the world, everybody would, oh my God, look at what this kid's doing, he's pissing on that inside that chick's car, he's stealing Christmas trees off the lot, he's I mean, I didn't do anything.
He's stealing Christmas trees off the lot. What are you, the Grinch? Is that what you did?
No.
He's breaking into a house and stealing all our kids' prezzies.
He's stealing Santa Claus and all the reindeer off that person's front yard during Christmas season, because him and his friends are really drunk coming out of a party. Never did this, but I mean, and loaded up the car with 11 reindeer and a Santa and drove away.
He's burning down an orphanage. But, you know, that's just what kids do, don't they? You know, like, he just massacred a group of preps.
Maybe I am an orphan. Maybe that's why I do these things.
Well, I mean, that's just bringing it down, isn't it?
So what's happening with Bieber? What's happening with Bieber?
Well, I mean, tell me if this is what a normal, you know, immature teenager would do.
Okay.
This is what he's done. He was in South Korea.
Yep.
First of all, teenagers don't go to South Korea.
Well, that is a bit odd. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's in Seoul, and he's in one of the biggest. Is it Seoul or Seoul?
Seoul.
It's just Seoul.
It's Seoul. Yeah.
I pronounced the E.
Yeah, Seoul.
Seoul.
I thought you were talking about that black pop star who was married to Heidi Klum.
Who's that? Oh, Seal.
Yeah, no.
Seoul. That's good.
He was in Seoul, Korea.
I like that.
Seoul, Korea.
So he's in South Korea. He's in Seoul. He's in one of the biggest nightclubs there, and DJ Michael Woods is on the decks.
Yep.
Now, what Michael Woods sees is a young man, shirtless,
okay,
with his security entourage, which is a bunch of muscular dudes, push through the security of the club and get this shirtless kid up to the booth, the DJ booth, against the will of the security of the club.
Right.
So this group of muscular dudes just muscle this kid into the DJ booth. Sure enough, it's Justin Bieber.
Yeah, of course.
He wasn't happy with Michael Wood's music choice.
Which was what?
Which was dance and you know, it was a dance club.
It was a dance club.
Electronic
was at a dance club.
Yes.
And he's displeased with the dance music.
He's displeased. He wants to hear some hip hop.
Okay.
So naturally...
So that's why you go to a dance club, right? To hear hip hop.
So naturally, as an immature teenager, he takes his shirt off.
Yeah.
He gets muscled into the booth and he demands hip hop.
From the DJ.
From the DJ. Demands himself to the point where he starts touching the DJ decks and he's playing around with shit and he's trying to like look through the CDs and stuff.
That's a huge no-no.
And Michael Woods, who's a professional DJ, he's a worldwide professional DJ. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's not a shit DJ.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they just had some local dude from Korea just, you know, playing a set. They had Michael Woods, and I'm a DJ, so I understand the frustration of Michael Wood. T-Mac. And Deadmau5, or he's Deadmau5, he's spelled Deadmau5.
Yeah.
He's another world-renowned DJ, and he's actually friends with Justin Bieber. He's a Canadian, so he knows Justin Bieber. And he's come out on Twitter absolutely blasting Justin Bieber as well, because he feels the same way. You don't go up to a DJ's deck.
You don't.
And play with his music.
No, hell no.
You don't do it. No. It's like walking into a hairdresser and, you know, like doing your own hair.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, like, I can see if it were a wedding or something like that.
Yeah. And you got married.
And you're all drunk. You're like, yeah, put on some Human League. I love it. Don't you want me, baby? You know what I mean?
Yes.
But if it's a professional club, professional DJ worldwide, you do not touch those goddamn decks.
He has a set.
So what happened?
He's been paid. So he walks up and he's anyway, Michael Woods, he's frustrated. He's not happy. Yeah. DJ Michael Woods. And he goes to Justin Bieber, F off. He says, fuck off, Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
First of all, so I basically just did the censored version and then the actual version
of it
after that.
For both parties.
And he tells him very politely, go buy some clothes and put some clothes on.
Yeah.
Because you're not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, so fuck off, Justin Bieber. Get some clothes and put it on your body. Because you're not wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Okay? Justin Bieber, apparently, this is what Michael Woods is claiming, but other people are disputing, but this is what Michael Woods is claiming, that Justin Bieber then took a swing at Michael Woods' tour manager, who was in the booth as well, and then very quickly hid behind his security entourage.
That's what you do.
And then left the club.
Oh, God.
Naturally.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's
naturally.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I was doing some research on this, obviously, and I was on the Daily News website, the New York Daily News. And they've got a Twitter post from Michael Woods, and I just wanted to read it out to you because I found something quite interesting. It says, so this is from Michael Woods. Next time you want to take a cheap shot at my tour manager, Justin Bieber, stick around to follow it through instead of running off like a little... And then, this is what I want to talk to you about. They've censored out a P word. What is the P word?
Pipsqueak.
Look how short it is, though.
Puss.
Ah, could be puss. Could be puss.
Puss. Follow it through instead of run off like a little...
We can say pussy, Carly.
Fag. Fag?
Synonym.
Like a little...
Does that start with a P?
Fuk. Maybe it's Thai for like PHUC. Like, don't run off like a little fuk.
Pneumonia. Ammonia. Isn't it start with a P or something?
Pneumonia, yeah. Pneumonia
starts with a P.
It's a bit short for pneumonia.
Follow it through instead of running off like a little pneumonia.
Yep.
That's probably what it is. Well, so anyway, that's the Justin Bieber news this week. It's been an interesting week for Justin Bieber, an interesting week for us.
I'm surprised he didn't just piss on the stage, really.
He should have just pissed on the stage.
He pulled out a bucket, pissed on it, and said, screw you, I'm out of here.
Made out with Miley Cyrus.
And then spat on Bill Clinton's face, or whoever it was.
A bit of twerking. Spat on Bill Clinton's face. Oh, that's right, he hates Bill Clinton.
Didn't he say that? Fuck Bill Clinton.
Fuck Bill Clinton, because that's the way you want to go out. Those are going to be my final words on my deathbed. Josh, what have you got to say? Fuck Bill Clinton.
I got some sporting news.
We got sporty at 56.
We're going to get sporty here, and I know this will please some of our listeners because some of our listeners are quite spotty, don't say it. Now, Cricket Australia, this is a crack-up. Cricket Australia, there's been a bit of controversy. I don't know if you've heard about this. Have you heard about this?
I haven't heard about this.
Okay.
Talk to me about it. Let's go.
Okay, the team itself, obviously they've got a lot of sponsors, Cricket Australia.
They've got a few.
They've got to look after their major sponsors, right?
Yeah.
They've got one sponsor called Healthway.
Okay.
Healthway has been wanting to run some ads to talk about responsible drinking with relation to sport.
Sure.
Okay, because there's a lot of issues relating to sport. People getting in fights, brawls, alcohol and sport, they don't mix. That's what this place, Healthway, wants to promote. Mm-hmm. Now, they're a sponsor that gives about $2.1 million to Cricket Australia.
Okay, that's quite a bit of money. If in the sense of US dollars, it's what, $1.4 million?
Something like that.
But
Cricket Australia is refusing to run their TVC.
Okay, why?
Their television campaign that says alcohol and sport don't mix. The reason being, their biggest sponsor is Carlton and United, which is a major brewery.
Uh-huh.
Okay, their sponsorship is worth $65 million.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, So cricket spokesman said, look, it's a decision not to accept the anti-alcohol campaign simply because it conflicts with our continuing position in the relationship between sport and alcohol.
Okay.
Which is one of consumption and moderation. So
absolutely,
we want to go out, we want to push this alcohol on our
want to push alcohol, basically.
Look, we're not going to take any campaigns that say, look, don't come to our matches pissed.
Yeah.
Because we're that bad. I mean, is Australia any good in cricket?
At the moment, they're not at all.
Yeah.
They were, so we need alcohol.
They want to keep their fans as intoxicated as humanly possible.
They need it. Because then maybe the fans will get confused about which team is which, and then we might look like a good team.
And this is also why Cricket Australia is also incorporating a bit of humor, a bit of slapstick humor in their game these days, as may have been seen when one of their what do they call the guy who throws the ball?
The bowler.
One of the bowlers
who throws the ball.
Poked one of his own players in the eyeballs.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah, he does that. So for fun, in training.
Adding a bit of humor.
Definitely,
yeah. We're no good, however. How's this for humor? Boing.
I heard two of the new recruits is a midget and a herring. They're just going to throw him onto the ground,
and let him flop around.
And just let him flop around, and then that's going to be our new teammate. Probably we'll have the same result.
I believe so. And
we're still going to lose.
Do you go to the cricket much?
You know what? When I was young, yes, and everyone gets pissed.
But I don't see cricket as a big piss-up game. Like how? I guess there's nothing else to do.
It's like baseball. It's the equivalent of baseball.
Sit there and drink your beer all day.
Have you ever been to a baseball match?
Of course, yeah. And it's not called a match. Boring? It's called a game.
Is it really?
Yeah,
is it right?
Baseball game.
Really?
Yeah.
A baseball field.
And may I say, you have a face like a first baseman's glove. If I may say so myself.
Thank you very much.
There's one listener out there that will get that reference.
I do oil.
I'm a big baseball fan.
I do oil my face regularly.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So in baseball, in cricket, they're both boring games.
They are, and
cricket.
I just don't see like getting all riled up and drinking like, woo! Look at that over.
It's because no, it's not like that. It's more about the anticipation of things to happen.
Okay.
And I guess that's what people in America would say about baseball.
And by that you mean like getting busy with the peanut girl or something.
Exactly right. No, you're sitting in the crowd, you're getting hammered, and it's more about just hanging out with friends. Like it's like you have cricket on in the background. When you watch it at home, you don't sit down and watch cricket.
Okay.
You sit down, you have it on the TV, you might be sitting on the couch, but you're playing on your iPhone, you're talking to your mates.
Yeah.
You're getting hammered.
Yeah.
And then when something happens, you're like, whoa, what's going on? You look at your TV, and then you found out that, one of the players has died or something. And
that's actually true. I do find myself when I'm freebasing, when I'm lighting up some cocaine, in some foil and smoking it, there's always a cricket game on the background.
So I'll be sitting there, I'll have the cricket on, I'll have my iPad out, I'll be on xnxx.com on the lesbian page.
Yeah.
I will have found maybe horny schoolgirls les out.
Yep.
Right, and I'll be about 14 minutes into it. They've had their chat. One of them has asked them if the other one's ever had an experience with a girl. And she's like, oh, not really. They've thrown their homework books on the ground. All right, one of them just starts massaging the other one randomly, and she's starting to get into it.
Yeah,
she's starting to get into it. She's loosening up. Then her hand slips underneath the top. She starts playing with her nipple a little bit, and then bam! Before you know it, they're both naked and they're kissing each other on the nipples. Okay, just before about 22 minutes in, when they start kissing down the body and working their way down to the pelvic area.
Yeah.
Something's happening on TV. I quickly hit pause.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I'm halfway there, but it doesn't matter because cricket's on, and I'm watching it all of a sudden. So all you have to do is just have it on in the background.
That's a good call. Good call. Well, let's just state out right now. Carlton United, we're behind you all the way on this.
Absolutely.
Stick.
How much do they pay us? What are they paying us for their sponsorship?
Yeah. Absolutely Zod. I don't know what I just said. I was trying to say zero, and I said
Zah.
Zero and nothing became Zath.
How did it become Zath?
Zanath.
Where did you get the R sound?
I have no fucking idea, dude. Don't question me on my semantics. Please. Carlton United, keep the alcohol flowing, keep cricket on board.
Just a quick note before we leave, T-Mac. I read now.
What?
I'm trying to open my mental horizons.
Okay.
If that makes sense, and I know it doesn't. But I'm trying to read more. Just because I feel like that'll make me smarter, my vocabulary will help from it.
Why do I get the feeling that there's an ulterior motive here? Like you've met a girl. She's a bit more cerebral than you are.
Okay, that's a good question.
She's saying, "Look, I like you. I like your body. What I don't like is that you can't pronounce a word."
Well, here's the thing. I feel like I'm being dumbed down.
Oh, okay.
By TV, movies, my iPad, my iPhone.
It's so true.
YouTube videos.
Very true, you are dumb.
I am dumbing myself down.
Yep.
And I'm not even joking. I can feel myself losing my vocabulary. It's the podcast that keeps me to a level of vocabulariness.
Yeah.
Right?
I can see you progressing.
So I need something else, an extra layer.
Have you begun reading yet?
I have indeed.
What book are you reading?
I'm reading a JFK assassination conspiracy book.
Okay.
By Jesse Ventura, a great book as well.
Okay, it's a good start. It's a good start.
Okay.
I think, if I may make a suggestion, get into some literature if you really want to increase your vocabulary.
Boring!
Oh my God,
I'll just watch the movie, bro.
Fuck off then. I have nothing else to say about that. Just keep reading conspiracy books. Non-fiction is where you're at.
I will.
We've got 3 minutes. I'm going to give you a tech update. Generational tech update. This one is pretty cool. This one's pretty cool. Australia is going to be the first to have commercial courier deliveries by drone.
Get out of town.
It's in the works.
It's
in the works.
Get out of my podcast.
There is there's a textbook rental service. Right. This is mainly aimed at students initially. Okay, university students. A textbook rental service has partnered up with a tech startup that's going to offer Australian students a service so they can order books on their Android devices, and then they'll be delivered to the doorstep via drone.
This via is totally drone. So what does drone?
A drone is like an unmanned flying vehicle, like a flying little little flying,
like a stork.
Do you know what a drone is?
I know what a stork is. No, I know what a drone is.
Oh, stork.
You mean like the storks that bring the babies to the people when they have sex?
Yeah, I do know those. So bless you.
Orgasm.
So that's a tech update, and that should be coming out actually March 2014.
How do they even have that technology? What is that technology?
It's a remote controlled thing. It's like if you had a remote controlled helicopter.
So they put in their address.
They put in their address. The company loads up their books, their order, and then obviously it's got some satellite thing on it, and they have to do it with their phone.
Okay.
So it finds their phone. They have to be at home, I suppose. I don't know all the details, but it's going to send it, and it's going to drop right down in front of their fucking doorstep.
I read books, did you know?
How cool is that? You read books, yeah?
I read books now.
Maybe you can get the conspiracy theory on rock, paper, scissors.
Maybe I will. Rock, paper, scissoring.
Did you ever hear about that rock, paper, scissors conspiracy?
Let's talk about it again.
JFK lost a bet to...
He only did rock as well?
Yeah, he only did
Funnily
rock.
enough.
Yeah,
sorry. There you go.
And JFK also read 4 newspapers in 20 minutes. So there's
Is that right?
There's a little fact for you there.
Yeah. JFK was a smart man.
He was.
He was the last unowned American president, according to Jesse Ventura's book.
Okay. Can we get updates on this book? We want to know that you're reading this book. We want to make sure... We want you to bring a word of the day from this book, and we want you to give us a fact from this book about the conspiracy.
Here's the other thing as well, because you know when you asked me the other day, a couple of podcasts ago, you asked me about conspiracies, and I couldn't tell you anything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I kind of wanted to have a bit of knowledge.
Okay.
All right, so reading is better than YouTubing, because YouTubing, it just goes in and it just, you spit it back out.
That's true.
Right? With books, it sinks in for some reason.
It does, yeah.
When you read it. Last night, my housemate was asking me about it. I was just rattling off facts.
Cool.
I'm ready for you, teammate.
Okay, good.
Give me a week and I will rattle off 10 minutes of facts for you, my man.
Send us an email. Let us know if you have any words to share with Josho that could enhance his vocabulary on the podcast. We'd love to hear those.
Yeah, it's on generational@gmail.com. Or just post something on our Facebook. I'll work out what the word means and I'll talk about it on the next episode. And that's facebook.com/generationalpodcast.
We hope you enjoyed this one day early edition of Generational, and tell all your friends. Get on iTunes, leave us some ratings there. We love y'all, and we out. Lay.
Unemployment, you're on it. Only cause I learned just how to flaunt it. I breathe around upon you like a sickness and you caught it. Quick, get off the tip, trick, you must be sick. Like a doctor, here's my bill, I wrote it out with a bic. Sign my name upon the bottle cause you know I just rocked them. But getting into battles really isn't my thing. You're probably thinking, these are the rhymes for the century. But please don't mention me, it's only elementary. Really, to me, it's like a rock.